Another day on the road. I am out the door bright and early showing property in Bonita Beach Walk, Barefoot Beach, and a little bit later today, Bay Harbor Club on actually a bayfront condo across the street from Bonita Beach. And this morning, I'm one of the buyers that I'm actually working with. I had a conversation with yesterday, and she had mentioned she was looking at a property next door, or was going to be at a property next door, and I hadn't put two and two together. Then, the next morning, when clearer heads prevailed and the coffee kicked in, I thought, oh gosh, what if she's looking at a house for sale next door? So, because I knew there was one for sale next door. So I gave her a call. We just had a quick chat about buyer agency and real estate agent involvement in transactions, because sometimes we just assume that everybody's clear on it. She actually was not seeing another home next door with another agent. So this conversation is as though that happened, because I've had it happen before, and I have actually called their real estate agent and said, look, Betty Buyer has called me to see the home next door, and I don't think she understands that every time you call somebody, you're just involving another person in the transaction. And sometimes the people you call aren't the listing agents of the property, because they are in the IDX. They show up on everybody's website. So this was the conversation I'd had with her, on top of the fact that you're involving multiple real estate agents. Myself, as a real estate agent, I would back away from the transaction. I mean, I've done this over 20 years, and I do not want to get between a buyer or seller and their real estate agent and damage the relationship, because long after all the buyers or sellers are gone, we all still have to work together, and I don't want to create an ethics violation or get anybody upset. Oftentimes, if I do get a phone call from an agent or a buyer who thinks they're talking to the listing agent, and it's just a buyer who may not understand the procedure, I give the agent a courtesy call, because I want them to understand that there are protocols. So I had this chat with this buyer. We are all set, and we're still moving forward, but it gave me the inspiration to create this video, just so more people will learn. If you go out there and you commit to one real estate agent and you keep tabs with them, you can either call the listing agents and ask them to send information to your agent, or you can just get the information and let them know you're working with a real estate agent. That way you get less phone calls and emails and interference. So, and that's one of the things that a lot of consumers do tell me, that they do not want to have everybody calling them. That's why you guys use fake phone numbers and email addresses, right? So if I can help you learn more about buyer agency or the best way to purchase a home in Southwest Florida, give me a call.